Hallows Eve is the one night every year where people dress up in stupid costumes and go door to door begging strangers for candy. But in reality, Halloween is so much more than that. And with it being just over a month away, I thought I'd scour the internet for 10 crazy facts about Halloween that you might not have known before. Number 1. A very symbolic creature of Halloween is the owl. The reason for this is because back in medieval times, owls were thought to be witches in disguise, and whenever you heard an owl call out in the middle of the night, it meant that someone was about to die. So next time you're watching a scary movie with the opening showing an owl calling in the moonlight and someone ends up dying later on, now you know where it came from. Number 2. As most of you all know, jack-o'-lanterns are creepy faces carved into pumpkins that you see all over the place on Halloween. But what you might not have known is that jack-o'-lanterns used to be carved out of turnips in the old times, and they were also thought to be known as a great form of evil. And honestly, I can see why that's the case. Here, just take one look at one. Number 3. Trick-or-treating as we know it today involves people dressing up and asking people for candy. But the origin story is way different. The origin takes us back to Celtic times as early as the 3rd century. Back then, Celts used to have a holiday called Samhain, and during this holiday they used to believe that the spirits of the dead would return to their town and roam these streets. And because of this, treats were left out so they could feast on it and leave them alone. It's pretty insane if you guys think about it that they actually used to believe this kind of stuff. Number 4. When you hear the words Halloween in color, you probably automatically think of the colors black and orange, and there's a reason why. Both colors are symbols that stand for different things. Since Halloween takes place in the fall, orange signifies the end of the harvest season and also the golden brown leaves that fall from the trees. Black, on the other hand, represents darkness and death. This is probably because All Hallows Eve used to be a festival signifying the line between the living and the dead. Number 5. Going back to the Celtic festival of Samhain, this is also the time when dressing up for Halloween came about. As I said before, the Celts used to actually fear the spirits that roamed the streets during the festival, and in order to blend in, they used to dress up as ghouls and demons so the spirits wouldn't recognize them and leave them alone. Number 6. When you picture a stereotypical Halloween night, you probably think of dead trees, owls calling, black cats in the shadows, and most importantly, a full moon. Now, scientifically speaking, a full moon during Halloween is very unlikely. But fortunately for all of us that are Halloween enthusiasts, there is one predicted to take place on Halloween of 2020. So that's just over 2 years from now. So if you guys want the perfect Halloween experience, be sure to keep an eye out for that. Number 7. Even though it might sound crazy, most animal shelters don't allow people to adopt black cats around the time of Halloween. This is mainly due to the fact that there has been a history of crazy superstitious people that have been known to torture and even sacrifice black cats on the night of Halloween. Pretty crazy if you guys think about it, but there are some pretty screwed up people in this world, so that's just a harsh reality. Number 8. Due to the war demands and shortages of sugar during World War II, sugar was rationed in many countries. In America, the ration was set to 2 pounds of sugar per month. This obviously led to less candy being produced, and as a result, trick-or-treating was cut back for a number of years. Number 9. The biggest haunted house in America isn't even a haunted house. It's actually a cave called the Haunted Cave, which is located in Lewisburg, Ohio. Not only that, but it's also located 80 feet underground in an old abandoned mine. And just to give you guys an idea of how big this thing was, the total length of the cave itself is 3,564 feet long. And up until 2011, this was actually named as the biggest haunted house in the world. Number 10. Alright, to finish this list off, I got something crazy for you guys. So, believe it or not, in certain cities across the United States, you're actually not allowed to go trick-or-treating if you're over the age of 12. And as of 2010, the biggest city in the United States to enforce this rule is Belleville, Illinois. Now, if for some reason you are caught, you can face a fine up to $1,000. And sure, it might sound stupid, and it probably is stupid, but it's just the facts. And speaking of facts, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thought I'd change it up a little bit from the usual things I make on this channel. If you guys did like it, then please leave a like down below. It really does help me out. Also, one of my friends did start a YouTube channel, so if you guys want to check his content out, the link will be down in the description below. But anyways, hopefully you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.